terrible. I hope they can read it. What's going on, guys? It's Tucker here. Thanks for joining me today. It is Friday. At least when I'm shooting, it's Friday. Who knows when you're watching this? It's time for another video. Today, we are continuing along in the series called My Rules for Living. This is a framework for creating habits, a simple process that I put into place in my own life in order to break free from the cycle of destructive and depressive mindsets, setting me up to rediscover joy and purpose. Yes, that is a big statement, I know, but I say it because I believe it. This has helped me immensely, and I believe that it can help you too. And I know what you're probably thinking. Cool, just another dude talking about habits. That's what we all need. Listen, I get it. Building habits is hard, and talking about them is so boring. But the truth is, if you build your life around healthy and sustaining habits through a commitment to discipline, then it gives you the freedom to create your own choices. And who wouldn't want more of that? Our life is a sum of our days. However many we have, some have more, some have less. Our days are the sum of our actions, and those daily actions are the result of your daily habits. It's as simple as that. We all have habits. It just depends on whether we have good habits or lousy ones. Personally, I was sick and I was tired because I was living my life with lousy habits that were either given to me by others or that I created myself. So I made a choice to change that, to finally be conscious of the habits that I had built and the poor actions that resulted. And I will tell you this, that if you're not conscious of your daily actions, then you're under someone else's actions. Now, I would not want that for you, and I don't want that for myself. So right now, I'm introducing you to the first rule, the rest of which will build on top of this one, and we'll cover those over the next few weeks. Rule number 1, I go to bed and I wake up the same time every day. And you're like, for real? That's it? I know, it's kind of embarrassing in its simplicity, but every parent knows when a child doesn't keep this, then they will rue the day. For hell hath no fury like an exhausted child. But somewhere along the line, we become an adult and forget that this still applies to us. Sleep is paramount to a healthy life. The science is just irrefutable. We were created to thrive within a rhythm of work and rest. And unfortunately for all us workaholics and office bingers, rest, believe it or not, actually includes sleep. And when I personally started to track my bad moods and unhealthy habits, I started to see that many of them stemmed from poor sleep and irregular schedules. I drafted this so that it would be a foundation for all the other rules to build upon. Basically, I know that if I'm tired, then it affects my moods and my motivation, the two things that will derail me from my habits faster than anything else. Personally, I'm an early riser, and I enjoy getting time to myself before the rest of the world wakes up. So what it looks like for me now is I start my evening ritual, I'm in bed by 9:30. Then I wake up to my alarm at 5:30 to get 2 hours of my morning ritual in before I face the day's distraction. It's that simple. And when I do that, I feel rested, energized, and it sets me up to win the day. But sometimes keeping my sleep schedule is the hardest thing to do. It means saying no more often than I say yes, or to leaving early when I'd rather stay, to closing the computer and leaving work unfinished. And this one's particularly hard for me, to not starting a movie later than I originally planned, because it would keep me up. But every single time I do, when morning comes, I am so grateful that I closed my eyes and gave my body the rest it needed so that I'm not on my heels when the inevitable challenges come. It is important to remember that these are rules, not laws. Rules can be broken or flexed from time to time when they have to change, depending on where you're at in life. So give yourself some grace and make adjustments when necessary. So that's it. I will go to bed and wake up the same time every day. Maintain your sleep schedule. Now that you know how basic some of these are, you might just check out entirely. But I hope you'll stick with me through this series. The first few are simple and broad, but they get a bit more focused as we go down the list. I said it before in a previous video, but these rules are not the goals themselves. They are the framework in my life to help me best build the habits that set me up to achieve my goals. They are the basic structure to help build my habits around, to help make them second nature so that 30 days later, or 3 months later, or 3 years down the road, I could look back and know that I am not controlled by my anxiety, or by fear, or by the guilt of thinking that I'm not acting on the conviction in my heart to live how I was meant to live. My aim in sharing them with you is that you'll find something in them to give you the confidence to live your convictions too. So that's it for... That is it for today. Guys, thank you for your time. If you found something helpful in this video, please give it a like and hit subscribe for more of what's to come. I hope you sleep great. We'll see you back here for another rule next week. God bless.